looking at the syllabus today. Things you'll need, a computer or a laptop. If you guys have a tablet, it might work, but it's not really, it's not going to be as easy, I guess, to use with the distance learning. If you guys are using a phone, it may work, but you may have some difficulty. So I know right now they're not taking any more requests for devices, but keep looking, and once it's open, put in a request for a Chromebook. They'll lend you a Chromebook, and that way you have a computer to use if you don't have one at home, okay? Now, things you should have are a pencil, colored pens if you want them. You don't have to, but if you want them for your notes, you can. So pencils, lined paper, a spiral, I said yesterday, would be great. A scientific calculator. This is the one we would use in class if we were in class. All right, a basic calculator is really all we need. And then a spiral notebook. So either lined paper or a spiral notebook. Now, I would say a spiral notebook. That way all your sections are together, okay? All right, daily procedures. You guys have been doing great these last 2 days. All right, so you're going to open up your Google Chrome. You're going to go to mynisd.net, and then that's how you're going to log in, and you guys already know how to do that. You'll click Open Schoology. Hopefully this will be the procedures once everything gets fixed. You'll go to your geometry course, go to the welcome message, click on the blue link. All right, you're going to sign in with your first and last name only. So some of you guys have noticed that I had to add in your last name. This is for attendance. I don't have y'all's names down yet, so I can only take attendance accurately if I know what your full name is, okay? So no nicknames yet, just because I don't have nicknames down. That's what that student information sheet's for. That way I can get down your nickname if you either go by your middle name or maybe a short name. I can go ahead and start getting those memorized. All right, wait for the teacher to start class. You guys have been doing awesome. Have it muted unless you have a question, okay? Keep your camera on. I know I told y'all yesterday that if you're comfortable having it off, I'm okay with that, okay? But I do like to see your faces just because I like to start putting names and faces together. Wear school-appropriate clothing, so if the camera is on, make sure you have appropriate clothing on. No eating in front of the camera. If you do have your camera on, we don't want to see you eating. Resist the urge to multitask, so that means looking at your phone while I'm going over a presentation, or maybe talking to a brother or sister or someone else in the room while I'm going over a lesson, okay? Be respectful of others' ideas, and then just notify me if you have a question. So you can just turn on your mic and ask me a question if you have one, okay? Attendance will be based on completion of daily assignments or participation in a daily video. So if you log on, as you guys are in the waiting room, I'm taking your attendance. So your attendance can be taken that way if you are live every day or just live daily. And then if you're absent and you watch the video, I can also count you present by doing the assignment. So if you're absent and you watch the video and do the assignment is what's verifying that you were there that day. So if you're absent and you do the assignment, I can count you present for the day, okay? All right, so that's attendance. Let's go down to calculator guidelines. We just highly encourage that you have a calculator. Those of you using your phone, it is going to be difficult having to go from Zoom and then back to your calculator and back and forth, okay? All right, grading. Your test will be 60%, so you guys have to pass your test, okay? So your homework and then your daily check-ins, those are all going to be 40%. So your homework, your test is going to outweigh your homework. So if you do fairly well on your homework, let's say you have a B average and you are barely passing the test, that's still good enough to have a decent grade in the class, okay? All right, progress reports. It is a little different this year. We're going to have a 9-week grading period. All right, you're going to get 2 progress reports, one on the 3rd 6 weeks and one on the 6th 6 weeks. All right, if you're failing at the time, I am going to call home. We do highly encourage tutoring, so if you have questions, please attend tutoring. I will get that posted as soon as we get a finalized copy of the tutoring schedule, and I will post it under the resource folder. All right, your parents can always go to HACC to see your progress, and I'll be updating grades there. All right, next thing. Formative assessment. So again, your homework, your check-ins, they're not going to be long, but your homeworks have to be done by 11:59 p.m. of that day. So again, if you're absent, if you're not live, do the homework right before midnight, and then not only do you get your grade, but I mark you present, okay? So please make sure we do the assignments. Some days you will have just classwork day where you're just practicing what we've done during the notes, and if you're in class, we can split up in groups and you guys can work on it together. Then you're just done with it. That way you're not having to do anything later on in the evening, okay? I will always post a copy of the notes and the video. So the notes will be completed and you'll have a video of me going over all the notes. That way you can hear my explanation. So highly encourage the notes. I also highly encourage that you always keep up with your notes, because if you miss a day, and you join the next day, you're going to be behind because everything ties in together. Everything you learn on day one, you will use to the end of the year, okay? It is different than algebra. All right, late work is accepted for partial credit. So if you realize that you didn't do an assignment, and the good thing with Schoology is that you get reminders of what you have missing. So over at the top right of your Schoology page, it'll say you have this late assignment. Just get it done as soon as you see it, okay? So just try to do your best to keep up with the homework. We will take homework, but there will be penalty for the days that they are late. So just try to get them in as soon as you can. Do not encourage copying from a classmate. We will have the NISD policies enforced if we do find plagiarism. Not only that, guys, but you guys have tests, so it's not going to help you if you're just copying off of your classmate. All right, test. Some will be given every 2 to 3 weeks, just depending on how long our chapter is, okay? If you fail the test, you can retake it up to a 70. So even if you get a 90 on it, we cap you at a 70. Before you're allowed to take a retest, though, you have to go to tutoring with one of the teachers, because you want the questions answered. You want to know what you did wrong, or maybe you know what section you weren't understanding, but guys, I'm gonna highly encourage that you always ask questions. There's nothing wrong with asking questions. Some students will fly through this course and they're gonna think, why couldn't math be this easy? Other students who might have thought math was easy might come in and they might think, oh my gosh, this isn't even a math class. So it's okay. Every student's gonna take geometry differently, okay? All right, tutoring. The schedule will be uploaded again in the resource folder in Schoology as soon as we get that finalized copy. There is an online textbook if you guys do want to see it. It is called the McGraw-Hill Education. If you want to view it, you can. We kind of make our own notes based off of it. So I will leave that up to you if you want to look at the online textbook. Parents, if your parents view the video, please let them know that they can always contact me or email me if they have any concerns, all right? Email is the best way. I do have my conference time at 9:57 through 10:49 in the morning, so it's usually after this class. Here's my email. Kiddos, I know some of you might not have contacted your teacher in the past. I highly encourage that you contact me if you know you're going to be out, or maybe if you're having problems and you need me to meet with you through Zoom for tutoring. Please get a hold of me, okay? Please let me know. This is just a good trait to pick up. Those of you that know you're going to go on to school, you're going to have to get in contact with your professors. Those of you who go on into the workforce, you're going to have to get in contact with your boss. So you need to start learning how to communicate, okay? All right, so here's my room number. So once we're back in session, this will be my room number. And this is my direct line with my extension, okay? So that way you guys, if you ever call the school and it's after hours, the extension will always be there. So this document is on Schoology. You will always have access to it. So if you forget what my email is, you can always go there and then look at the document, okay? Does anyone have any questions?